Well, hi, we're here. This is for our church back in Rochester, New York. Hi, guys. We actually made it to France, Brive, exactly, and we are here with Michael. And Michael, just introduce yourself, where you came from in the States, and why you came here.
So, my name is Michael Harrington, and I am originally from Kentucky. I have been in France for the past 8 years, and been working here as a church planter, starting churches. And so in Brive, we've been here for 2 years, and are working hard to see a church planted, and to see God move in a place that desperately needs His light where it has not been before.
So, why this area? Why France and this part of France?
So here in Brive, we are in the center of the country. There's been a lot of work done in some of the main cities and around the edges, from Paris down to Marseille, Lyon, Toulouse. There's still much work to be done. But one glaring emptiness is the center of France. There are no churches in this area. Just to give you an idea of some numbers, this city, Brive-la-Gaillarde, the city and then sort of the surrounding villages, about 100,000 people. Before we arrived, there was one evangelical church in this city of 100,000 people. So there is a lot of work to be done. And this entire region, which is equivalent to maybe like a state in the U.S., a little bit small, like a small state in the U.S., there are 3 evangelical churches in this whole region. It's not a highly populated region, but still that big of a size. We desperately need more churches.
Wow. How did you, we're here because of the relationship that you and Matt have built from the City Life Church in Rochester, New York. So how did you guys meet? How did this
Matt?
We're coming to visit France, and we're wondering about the spiritual climate in France, and so we tried to make some connections to be able to talk to and speak with pastors who were on the field here in France, and so we ended up, I don't even remember who connected us, but getting connected and found out that our church was working in a lot of similar ways as their church was here. What we're doing in the Highland Park and Southwood neighborhoods in Rochester, with the church in our home has just so many similarities to what they're doing in their home here. They have, in some ways, in many ways, across the ocean, they have similar context in certain ways, and there's similar lostness and need for the hope we have in the context in their city as well as in our neighborhood in Rochester. So we started talking.
Yeah, I mean, from the beginning, like when you and I started emailing back and forth, I just remember thinking, like, these are some folks who are doing the same stuff that we're doing across the ocean, and it has not been a relationship of, hey, let's support the missionaries or let's support the church planners. It's been like, we help each other. I mean, we're swapping ideas. Like Sunday, here in Brive, you guys were part of our church service, and you were able to share some of the ways that you have been serving your community, which is a need that we have here. Similarly, you were able to see some of the ways that we do teaching of the word and gathering, which can hopefully benefit some of your own gatherings. So it's been like a sharing partnership relationship that's been really cool from the beginning, and really glad that we now consider ourselves to have a sister church across the ocean. So very cool.
Yeah. Exciting. I think it's an exciting thing that we're going to both be learning from each other. We got to see what they do with kids, and I think we can really learn a lot from that, and just how they do some of the things that they do. And I think we'll be able to take a lot with us, as well as just be able to see the beautiful people and the beautiful place this is, but the lostness being what it is, being able to see that and experience that, to be able to go home and be praying for something that we've seen is a leak. I think
So one thing I noticed was how nice the people were and friendly and welcoming people were here, and that was just sort of through the years, what you hear about different countries and how they are to Americans or anyone, and I found it to be complete opposite of that. And I'm sure you can run into people anywhere that would be not, as welcoming. But here, definitely, I fall in love with France. What's happened, and I love the church, and I especially love how their church started out with, we're not looking for Christians, we're looking for people who have no real understanding what the gospel is, they don't go to church, and that's how we want to build our church. And you can see that reflected in the church. It's very authentic. The people there are open, and it's a lot of the same things that we encountered, wanting to do the same thing with our church. So a lot of things look differently on the outside, but like what's happening inside and inside people's hearts, and like how they're beginning as new believers to interact with the world around them and people around them are like the same. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Ben. And I want to say, like, from the beginning of this project here, we've been here a little over 2 years. There have been plenty of people, both locally and nationally, who have told us, you can't do that. You can't start a church with, a goal of reaching non-believers and not seeking out the believers. The standard is to go into a place and to find all of the displaced Christians or to recruit some other people. And we've been told it's not going to work. But I'm here to tell you, God is moving. And we have seen lives change. And we are seeing a beautiful church that is growing. And it's a church that doesn't have the baggage of the traditions of the church. I love the tradition of the church, and I love what the church is all about. But at the same time, we have the opportunity to watch real faith grow from new believers in a very, realistic way of mixing with their society that much of the church doesn't know and much of the church is lost. So I'm really thankful that God is moving the way He is here.
Well, we want to thank you formally from our church that's helped us to get here. Thank you for welcoming us in your home. I'm sure we're going to have your home back. But these guys have been amazing. They fed us French-inspired meals and a lot of family meals together, where we're literally breaking bread together and eating a lot of amazing cheeses. Guys, if you go to France, you know the reason. Come here just for the cheese and the aged meats. It's incredible.
Yeah, thanks.
For lunch again.
And from France with Love, we love you guys, and we are praying for your church just as you watch this and pray for ours. And very much appreciate the ways that you have shared with us and have blessed us. So thanks for coming, guys. And from the church around the table here in Brive-la-Gaillarde, we wish you the best. We pray for you. May God bless you, grow you, and keep you.
Say something in French, please. Close it off.
Something in French?
French fries.
Yeah, no, French fries is not in French. Alors, je prie de la part de mes amis à Brive-la-Gaillarde que Dieu vous bénisse et vous garde. Merci et au revoir.
So you gotta come and do it in front of the
here
camera.
and clap.
Should I really?
Yeah.
Stand
Turn
in
the
front of
camera.
the camera.
No, do what you do the way you did before, like that.
understand.
All right. Action.